Christian Hernandez here, Sports Video Group, with a very special in-person edition of the new SVG Sponsor Spotlight. Very pleased to have the company of Vindral here with SVG. Very pleased to have them in the company. It's Daniel Alinder here with Vindral. Daniel, nice meeting you in person. You're at the SVG Summit. Talk about what it's like to be here at the SVG Summit, and the reason why you're with us at SVG.
Yep. The way it's to be here, it's amazing. We feel that it seems to be very easy to get in touch with the people that actually matter within the world of sports broadcasting. So that's a great thing. That's the aim that we have, to be able to meet with people in person, because it makes a huge difference, of course.
So talk to me about the solutions or services that you provide the sports broadcasting industry, if people aren't familiar about who Vindral is.
Yep. So Vindral is an end-to-end live streaming solution. We have focused on building it to maintain both latency control, synchronization, and high quality at the same time. For sports specifically, we tend to say that it offers the best seats in the house, sure, because all of those three things are very important for sports.
Right. So dive a little deeper into that. Obviously, fans want better access. If they can't go to the game, they want to see the game in a cool area, like they said, the best seats, but save a little bit more money. Talk about how you operate that and how you give fans the best possible scenario to see a game in the best seats in the house.
Yep. There's of course a million things to say about it, but if I focus on some of the more core things about it, it's one of the things that stands out is, of course, there's a lot of low latency providers, but one thing that most struggle with is maintaining a high quality. But if you're a hardcore fan of any sport, really, quality is super important. And of course, in recent years, we've seen more of bigger screens and people that are watching their favorite content for many hours on these, 77-inch, 85-inch. So having the quality go on a lower level, that's not really a great experience. Sure. So quality-wise, that's one thing that we pride ourselves on, even at ultra-low latency. Then one thing that's worth a mention is as well, the way that we've built Vindral is very different. It exists as a SaaS, where you just send us the stream and we manage transcoding, distribution. You just pick it up on the player side and you're done. For some clients, that's right. That's a way to go. But many clients have their infrastructure strategies, and maybe they're sitting on servers that have great capacity. They want to use those for egress, not just ours. So we can do that. Both on the egress side, on the encoding side, it's highly flexible. We can put our machines within customer premises, and there's even customers that are running our engine or our software in a full OEM environment. So it's everything from load balancing to management tools, scaling tools, encoding edge servers. Everything is run 100% in their infrastructure and even white labeled. So there's a wide range of ways to deploy it.
Sure. And it sounds like you guys deploy customizable solutions for each use case, because each one is different. Speaking about use cases and customers, talk about recent projects that you're working on and any partnerships that you want to highlight.
Yep. I want to highlight them all.
Okay. Well, take one or two.
Yeah, okay. I mean, one that's where I can talk about many of these things at the same time is what we're doing with Tata Communications. So they're one of the companies that have taken our software and implemented it within their own infrastructure. Obviously, they're a huge player within the space. They have great capacity, so they wanted to run everything in their own premises and where they have capacity. So they're doing that and serving SailGP, for example, which is a great brand, and we're very, very proud of what we're doing. Quality, of course, for a prestigious brand, super important. Synchronization, where you have these. So last week they were in Dubai, for example. People there watching the boats race, and they're watching the streams on their mobile phones. But it needs to synchronize with the large screens, which it does as well.
Right, yeah.
You have channel switching that's super fast. If you switch the channels, the synchronization keeps the content in sync, so you don't get to another point in the action. Yeah. And of course, also this customizable. The way it's built customizable is also, for example, when people that are, say that you'd have 100,000 people at a venue that are watching the streams, that might saturate the external internet capacities. Those types of issues we solve. So that's a great case for outlining many of the advantages that we have within sports. And of course, one other thing that's worth a mention is our recent 8K collaboration with AMD, which is really cutting edge.
Well, SailGP is obviously a huge player in the sports, but that last one you just mentioned, please keep going forward. The work you're doing at AMD and keep, dive deeper into how that work has been and what's happening because of the partnership.
Yep. So, as a company, we lean heavily into partnerships. Collaboration is necessary if you want to progress and if you want to create new, like set a new bar, basically. So what we've done together with them is we've enabled global 8K at ultra low latency and stable. For the time being. I mean, a few years back we announced 4K HDR streams. Now we've the 8K thing that we've done. We've released it as a tech preview at IBC. Anybody who wants to see a demonstration can reach out to me or anyone in the team, and we'll show it. It's not really something where the market is quite, it's not right there. There's many screens that can't handle it quite yet, so we don't view it as, well, this is where the business is going to be right now, but it's something that we've always built on, being ahead of the curve. And together with AMD, with the LVO card, they handle the transcoding to 8K in real time, and what we're doing is, of course, making sure that playout is stable. So it's very exciting, something that we love to talk about.
Awesome. And speaking of the future or what you're currently working on or heading into 24, what's the latest? Any trends that you're seeing or any work that you're doing that you want to highlight before we say our goodbyes?
Yeah, that's actually a very different. That's a good question. I love it. It's one thing that's worth mentioning is something actually I haven't talked about yet here. It's the fact that we have a proprietary technology. But what we've done now is we've extended that. So we have both proprietary and standard technologies. For anybody tech interested, we have both a proprietary solution, but we also added low latency HLS. So what we're doing is building a flexible model for transport of video. The nerds love it. Some people might not care, but it is a huge deal because we can't just commit rigidly to one tech stack or to one solution. So what we're building Vindral to be is further on the flexible theme. If you want to play out with DRM and server-side ad insertion, you can do that. If you want ultra-low latency and keeping all the viewers within 100 milliseconds of each other, we can do that. So that is one first step in that direction that we're doing. And we're excited about it.
Very much. And we're also very excited to report on that in 24. And again, thank you for being part of the SVG family. We're very excited to have Vindral as a sponsor. And Daniel, good to see you, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
And to learn more about Vindral and other SVG sponsors, please head over to our website at sportsvideo.org.